All right, I'd like to call the regular meeting of the Police and Fire Commission for January 5th to order. Let the record show Commissioners Wanazek, Boyle, Roloff, Schaaf, and Goldhahn are present. First item on the agenda is approval of a number of minutes. The amended minutes from the regular meeting on October 6th, the minutes from the regular meeting of November 3rd, and minutes from special meetings for November 2nd, 7th, 8th, 15th, 16th, and 14th that were for the purposes of doing patrol officer and firefighter candidate interviews. I had an issue on the November 16th minutes where it talked about the eligibility list for patrol officers. The eligibility list is alphabetical, but when we consider candidates from that list, we take them in interview score order. The notes indicate that the list is in that order, not alphabetically, so that'll have to be adjusted.
Which meeting? Where is?
The one for November 16th.
16, oh, I thought you said 6.
Oh, okay.
So they're placed on the list based on their interview scores, but the list that you all received was an alphabetical.
Yes, yeah. Any other questions or issues on any of the minutes? Not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes as presented with the amendment to the ones on the 16th.
Subject to your revision, I would make that motion.
Okay, moved by Commissioner Wanazek,
Second?
seconded by Commissioner Schaaf. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, approved. President's report, nothing new to report. Appreciate the effort everyone put in recently in all the interviews. So we'll go right into the reports from the chiefs. We'll start with fire.
I don't have a lot.
Okay.
Just remind the commission that we have the Time Chief Assessment Center scheduled for next Tuesday, Wednesday, 10th and 11th. It'll be here at City Hall. We'll get you a schedule. If it hasn't already come to you, there'll be a schedule that will be issued. We had 6 candidates, one has withdrawn, so we'll have 5. But just because of the nature of how it's going, we have to still use both days. So between this room, I think 209 and 506 would kind of be, that's where the candidates will be known, but we'll get you the schedule.
Okay.
You said both days, we have 3 days scheduled, which ones are?
Should only be 2 days, 10th and the 11th.
10th and 11th.
Yep.
Is that
Yeah, I think
all
we-
of us? Just you two? Okay.
I mean, you're welcome if you can attend. They just want at least a couple of commissioners there.
See, we have nothing better to do.
So that will consist of, just again, a in-basket exercise where they'll have an hour where they'll be just given a bunch of problems, and they have to organize them into most importance and then provide responses on how they're going to handle them. That would be the first thing. And then they'll do a tactical exercise, which is what they have to do out in the field. So there'll be actually one or two incidents of something that's possible out in the field. And then the last thing will be interview questions. I think there's about 17 of those that we ask. So that'll be the assessment. We'll score all that. I'll probably, after that, I'll probably call back in the top 3 candidates and re-interview them. Because one of them is going to end up being recommended to go, because I'll be moving up, because we're going to have an open spot. So that's kind of what we're doing. And the only other thing I have is Assistant Chief Eamon started on Tuesday in his full-time position and is battling up with both feet. He's got a lot of work to do. So, but I have every confidence that he'll move just fine. He's really, really busy though. Got a lot of things going on. That's all I have.
All right, thank you. Any questions for the chief? Very good, thanks. Thanks.
Well, we made it through the holidays without too much difficulty. Our crime numbers are almost going to be exactly the same as they were last year, almost to the number. I think we're 6 different right now. We're waiting for some late reports to come in. Up in sexual assaults, down in ag assaults, up in burglary, down in thefts, and obviously up in homicides, which was a big concern for us, but obviously all those have all been solved. On a personal note, I got 3 officers out with shoulder injuries, 2 on the left, 1 on the right. I don't know why, they all had just shoulder surgery. One was a Marine who had injuries from the Marine Corps. The other are 2 guys who've been around for a long time who had shoulder surgeries from injuries they sustained over the years. So hopefully they'll be back by the time things start to get busy. The real thing that's going on with us that's taking up all of my time is the discipline, and I talked a little bit about that last time about the case that we were having. I don't know how much of that we can talk about on the record or in open session.
Typically, we don't talk any discipline information in open session
Okay.
that indicates the individual's names or
Okay.
identifies them.
Well, if, in a nutshell, the investigation is still ongoing. I've got 4 lieutenants working on it. It involves our night watch. It involves allegations of harassment and of, harassment on a couple cases, and then at least in one case of making racial or improper racial type of remarks. I've got 2 people sitting at home at this point on administrative leave. The 2 people that appear to be the most egregious in their violations. We're doing a series of interviews, probably end up close to 30, between 30 and 35 interviews. I've already finished about a dozen of those. Obviously, some officers are more forthcoming than others, but we're getting plenty of information. Got more interviews scheduled for tonight and tomorrow morning, and I'm hoping that all the interviews will wrap up within about a week, maybe 2 weeks. And then we'll let the chips fall where they may as far as discipline, which I'll keep you appraised of what my recommendations are going to be on that. So it's an unfortunate thing to go through. It's very painful for the officers that are there, certainly uncomfortable for the officers that are assigned home. But I think in the long run it had to be done, and as soon as we found out about it and some of the things were going on, we took action, sent people home, locked down other people into statements, and we'll let the chips fall where they may. Our goal is to get to the truth of the matter, and then whatever discipline is appropriate we'll come up with. And that would be it for me.
Questions for the chief?
Can I just go back, an organizational chart for the fire department, is that online, or could you give us?
Yeah, you can find it on the website, but I can send one to you. So.
Okay. I know we have an updated one in the police department, but I haven't seen it. And just to get that in my head before the interview would be
Sure.
helpful.
Yep.
Okay.
Have it emailed to you a little later than tomorrow morning.
Thank you.
All right, next item on the agenda is consideration with possible action on review of a patrol officer candidate. The commission may convene in closed session pursuant to sections 19.5, paragraph 1, sub C and F Wisconsin statutes to consider employment, promotion, compensation, or performance evaluation data of any public employee over which the governmental body has jurisdiction or exercises responsibility. The commission may thereafter reconvene in open session pursuant to section 19.85, paragraph 2 Wisconsin statutes to report the results of the closed session and consider the balance of the agenda. Is there a motion to go into closed session?
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Schaaf,
Second.
seconded by Commissioner Roloff. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We're in closed session.
Taylor, you're gonna be tough.
Okay, Dan?
All right, we're back in open session. While in closed session, we reviewed one patrol officer candidate, and the commission voted to continue that individual in the hiring process for the police department. And with that, I think that's the last police item on the agenda, so
You kicking me out?
well, it's up to you.
Did you walk over?
You can come back for the budget.
No, I'm a Uper, but I'm not that crazy. I did drive over here, so.
I just wondered how.
How's the house?
Oh, good, it's in process.
That's why he grew a beard, he can't
They
find his
did
razor. He doesn't know which house it's in.
As long as the water's working and things like that.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay,
All right.
thank you all. Happy
Bye.
Good to see you. Thanks a lot. All right, see you.
All right, next item is consideration with possible action on the review of firefighter candidates. The commission may convene in closed session pursuant to section 19.85, paragraph 1, sub C and F Wisconsin statutes to consider employment, promotion, compensation, or performance evaluation data of any public employee over which the governmental body has jurisdiction or exercise responsibility. The commission may thereafter reconvene in open session pursuant to section 19.85, paragraph 2 Wisconsin statutes to report the results of the closed session and consider the balance of the agenda. Is there a motion to go into closed session?
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Wanazek,
Second?
seconded by Commissioner Schaaf. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, we're back in closed session.
Nasty colds or,
Since Sunday.
put some hangers in a couple of weeks, hope you don't have that one.
It's not too bad.
All right, we're back in open session. While in closed session, we reviewed the interview summaries of 16 candidates, one of which we rejected. The other 15 will remain in the process, and we are granting authorization to hire at least 11 of those, and potentially 12 if a retirement occurs before April 3rd. Next agenda item, consideration of possible action on the following communications, the budget status report and the budget spreadsheet. You recall last meeting, we got a little bit of extra money since we were right at the point of running out of money in our budget. That came through, and the only charges we've had this month are all involved with the firefighter testing and background checks.
So this 89% is as the end of December?
Yes. I should say, yes.
So then we
That's
have,
89% of the new revised budget.
and then if we didn't spend it all, is it carryover or
Goes back into the,
city general budget?
yeah, we start over the next budget year with the new budget. Any questions on those? If not, I'll entertain a motion to receive and place on file.
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Shaw,
Second.
seconded by Commissioner Wazak. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, so the budget status report and spreadsheet will be received and placed on file. And then we have the two bills that we talked about relative to the background checks and testing for the firefighter candidates. Entertain a motion to authorize payment.
Is Sterling something we've had before, or is this a new company?
That is what we use for part of the firefighter background checks. They do an out-of-state, and then they also do like an address trace, so you can see
Where are they
where the
located?
candidates have lived. I don't know, it's a national organization.
Haven't seen it before.
Okay. Is there a motion to
So moved.
authorize payment? Moved by Commissioner Wazak,
Second?
seconded by Commissioner Shaw. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Approve payment of those bills. Last item is setting the date of the next meeting. If we go with our regular agenda, regular schedule, it would be February 2nd at 3 o'clock. Does that work for everyone?
I will be gone that,
Okay.
that day,
Okay, is that,
just this month.
it's just that, okay, just that one day. Should we pick a different date that week? Are you not just for the day, or will we be on the entire week?
Just Thursday and Friday, so I could do Wednesday. That worked.
It would be February 1st.
Yeah.
Does that work for other commissioners?
If it's earlier, yeah, if it's the next week, I'm gonna be gone.
Okay.
I'm never
Okay.
gone, so.
Gotta go somewhere warmer.
All
Oh,
right.
nice.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't want to
Does that
see him
work?
after he's got it
Okay,
taken.
all right, we can check with the fire, but at this point, let's tentatively say February 1st, which is the Wednesday at 3 o'clock.
Thank you.
So not Groundhog Day.
It's not good.
And with that, entertaining motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Wazak,
Second.
seconded by Commissioner Roloff. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned.
This gal, I don't want to call her, she's probably solicitor.